Good evening, everyone. Kitty Foss here, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars. This is the second time I have done this forecast. I did it early this morning. I uploaded it. It said it was processing, and then it disappeared. So it is a full moon today. We're past the full moon. I did it just about 40 minutes before the full moon. And I really find it interesting that one of the things that happened today, that in the background with the moon that is in Aquarius, was working with some chaos. And I definitely worked with that chaos, and that chaos is in Gemini. So that's our Uranus in Gemini. And here my whole video disappears. I actually lost 500 people overnight. Have no idea what happened to that. Probably some TikTok algorithm. And I actually put that in print, and I wondered if that maybe was some reason why it never got loaded, but here we go anyway. So we had a full moon that was in Aquarius, and Venus was squaring our Mars energy. So the male and feminine were taking some discernment today about what was going to move us forward, what smaller pieces we aligned with our will would move us forward and to be nurtured. Meanwhile, the moon was working with all of the outer planets this full moon. That's pretty powerful. It was conjunct our energy, that's Pluto, in what our visionary energy is. It was activating the responsibility we're taking for that with Neptune. And again, it was trine, which is what I was talking about to begin with, our Uranus in Gemini. And so once again, even though the bowl is technically finished, those outer planets are continuing to bring energy forward, bringing information forward. The sun was conjunct our Jupiter energy because they are both in the sign of Leo. So expansion, truth, understanding moved us forward today. And there were two oppositions with that moon, that Jupiter energy and the sun energy, because that's what a full moon's about, is the opposition with the moon. And so that's always about finding the balance between what we were expanding and how do we move forward with that expansion today. Tomorrow, the 30th, we have the moon in Aquarius that goes void of course at 5:27 p.m. So it's most of the day in Aquarius. And we're able to activate our structures tomorrow. Really take a look at what are we participating in, taking responsibility, and even beginning some new building with that. We're also able in the background to understand our will is aligning with what this structure is, where we're putting our energy. Be very aware of that tomorrow. Where you're starting to put your energy, there is an alignment with your will. Pay attention to what it is, your visionary energy that you want to see. Meanwhile, that moon is not in a conversation with our daily energy of Mercury, nor our daily energy of Venus. So that means there's some kinds of smaller pieces that we find beautiful and that we appreciate and that we're willing to talk about work kind of separately from whatever that visionary is. So it may be a bit of a reminiscing kind of day, or something showing up once again that's been happening a lot for us to re-examine and take a look at. And it's all right to celebrate them separately tomorrow. And then on the 31st, the last day, hard to believe it's the end of July, we have that Aquarius moon that will finally, that's been void of course, so it's been about your own moon with that flavor of the visionary, move into Pisces at 8:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is also the end of a moon cycle as well as the end of the month. And there's some discernment about what you're awakening to, what you're able to communicate, how you're experiencing that. And it isn't about an expansion of the truth of who you are. It's more about you experiencing the moment from the paradigm you are at on the 31st as you look at what allows you to flow, what allows you to see that more visionary energy. So pay attention what arises inside and how you respond externally, because the truth may be separate from what you're able to see from your vantage point. I'm Kitty Foss, your storytelling astrologist. I'll be back on the first day of August. Hopefully, this one gets uploaded. Namaste.